channel, everybody. So today we're going to be working on my 2008 Dodge Ram 1500. So today I need to replace the door handle. I got myself locked out, and this was the cheapest and easiest way to get back in. So I kind of just broke all this off, went in through there to unlock it. And so we're going to be replacing this. An aftermarket one off of Amazon costs either 12 or 14 bucks. So we're going to need to remove the door skin inside in order to replace that. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so to remove this inside panel, what we're going to need to do is remove a Phillips screw right here, a Phillips screw right down here, if you can see that. And there also are a couple at the bottom too as well. One over here, although mine is gone already. And one over here, I don't know if you can see that. And you can see mine is already kind of out, so I won't have to do that one as well. And then behind here, there is a, you may not be able to see it, but there is a 10mm nut that we have to remove out of there. So let's go get started on that. All right, so I'll get this one out up here first. Morning. Good morning. One screw. Move the screw out of here. Lift the handle, and you'll have straight access to it. All right, and remember, I don't need to remove mine, but also one down here and one down here too. Remove those out of there. Next, we're going to work on the 10mm nut that is up in here. All right, so I'm just going to take my 10mm, lift it up, go right up in there, put it right on the screw, on the bolt, loosen it up. At that point, it should be loose enough where you can just probably turn it by hand if you have an extension. As you can see, it's starting to get more and more loose. And then you see where it's at? It's right on here. See that? All right, at this point, now that we have all the screws out and the handle off, we should just be able to lift right up on it. And there you go. And you have two plugs inside. And for these two plugs here, you can just apply pressure on the back side and unplug them and remove them. All right, now that we have the door skin off, or the door panel off, we want to go ahead and pull this back a bit to have access to the back side. And the reason we want to pull that off, not completely, just pull it back, is here is the new handle. And as you can see, there are two screws on the back side. So we want, we want to take the nuts off from the back side on the old one. And this right here, of course, is the replacement one. All right, so here is one of the nuts you want to take off, and here's the other one. You can kind of go straight through here to get straight to that one. And it's a 10mm, and also I believe a 5/16 would work as well. We're getting that out of there. Let's loosen it up. Once it's loose, you should be able to do the rest by hand. Just one. that's number 2. I don't know if you can see it, but the back side of the handle, there's an orange part up in there. That's where the rod for releasing the lock and the rod for, well, the rod for opening the door is at, and that's where you take it out at. When I broke into my car, I already have that removed, so I'll kind of just show you a different way. All right, we're on the outside of the car right now, and you see this little rod right here? Well, from the inside, this is what you will need to remove off of your handle before removing it. And so, let me back you up a little bit here. So, here's the handle here. It's orientated like that in the car. So I'll flip it over. This is the orange part. That handle right there goes into here. So what you'll need to do is swivel this off of the handle and then pop out the little 90-degree angle piece out of there from the handle. So that's how you will remove it off of there. And at that point, you will be able to take this handle and remove it out of there. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna put the new handle in. Now this is just an aftermarket one, 12, 14 bucks off of Amazon. So it may not sit completely flush around here, which is fine with me. And the warning points, if anything, reason they got pushed out, apply pressure, push them back in, so that it'll help for it to sit flush when you put it back up, when you put the new one in. When I broke into my car, I had to break the pieces out and force it out. So this one's a little bit convexed out a bit, so I want to get it back flush. So I'm just gonna hit it back in a bit, so that when I put this in, it'll be as close as possible, and there'll be less gap around there. That's the hopes. So at this point, we're going to take it and make sure your seal is all around there, best it can be. Oops. And you just want to get the handle back up in there. And we're just going to take that and slide it back in. Holding this here, I'm going to take my 2 nuts, and I'm going to start them on there to help hold it up on there for me. Getting my seals as perfect as I can. All right, so now that I have the 2 nuts back on there, lightly tightened down, I'm gonna get my wrench and tighten them down all the way. So now I want to put the rod back in that allows for the handle to actually open the door. And I'm going to try to hold the camera by hand so that you guys can see what I'm doing up in there. Let's see here. There you go. I think you can see it there. This is the rod right here. So what I need to do is, you see that little 90 degree? I need to get it into that right there. Hopefully you can see that. So I'm going to need to push down on it a bit. Push down on the handle, not on the handle, but on the rod, to line it up with that hole. But I also need it to be behind. It's kind of hard to do it with the camera in my hand. Pull it down. Make sure it's behind. behind there, push it in. I hope you guys saw that. And then I got to swivel that tab to lock onto the rod. All right. I think my finger hit the off button right when it snapped in, but that's what it looks like when it's locked in. All right, so let's give it a try before we put it all back together to make sure it works. We'll close the door, and there we go. All right, so that's how you change the door handle on your Dodge Ram 1500. Just put the door panel back on and you'll be good to go. If you like, hit the like button, and please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down there as well, because I have a lot of other YouTube videos out there working on my Dodge Ram 1500 that may help you out. Thanks for joining me, everyone.